showtime, folks.
I've missed you. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Yeah? How's baby Karine?
She's good. She
Oh, baby KJP.
very nice to her dad.
Oh, during your
Just
your
like
leave.
adult KJP.
Oh. That's good. I like that's good. Okay.
I have another question that you probably were not expecting.
Okay.
Does President Biden want to limit Americans to 2 beers a week?
You liar!
Where is this coming from?
It's
Maybe I
coming-
didn't miss you so much. Where's this coming from?
All right. Well, Dr. George Koob, who is the director of the National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, says the U.S. may soon follow Canada and recommend just 2 beers a week.
We'd think so, but no.
How do you guys think that's going to go?
Let me tell you what I'm not going to get involved in that question right there. I have no idea. I've not seen the data. I cannot speak to this. I will leave it to the experts and not weigh
So if
in.
the experts say 2 beers a week, that's okay with
I
President Biden.
I will leave it to the experts. I'm just not going to comment on that.
Do you speak any English?
Something else. The Secret Service is paying $16,000 a month now to stage near Hunter Biden in Malibu. Who's paying for that?
That's a question for the Secret Service.
Okay, Hunter Biden is reportedly selling art to pay for his $15,800 a month rent in Malibu. How can you guarantee that people are not going to be buying this art to gain favor with the president?
That is a question for Hunter Biden and his representative.
Don't change the subject.
It's a
I
question
know.
of
I hear.
ethics at the White House. We know
I
that
hear
one of
your
the art
question.
buyers got a job from the Biden administration. Can you guarantee that there is
I
no
hear.
quid
I
pro
hear your
quo?
question. I'm not going to get involved in this. That is a question for Hunter Biden's
So,
representatives.
but we
Why?
know that from a Hunter Biden associate now that he sold the appearance of access to then Vice President Biden. Are you confident that he has stopped doing that?
That is a question for Hunter Biden and
If
his
somebody is
representatives.
selling the appearance of access
That
to the
is-
White House,
that
that is a
is-
question for the White House.
No, that is your I don't know how you're perceiving
That is my
that.
reading of-
What the hell does that mean?
Sworn testimony by Devin Archer. He said.
I am just not, Peter. I'm just not going to get into this. I'm just not.
So, this testimony, since the last time that I was in here, Devin Archer talks about how he and Hunter Biden tried to profit off the Biden brand. What is the Biden brand?
I'm not going to get into it from here. I'm not going to get into it from here. We're going to move on. Go ahead.
Thanks. I have a question. First of all, happy first day of school.
Happy first day of school.
But seriously, what is the message that the administration has for the millions of girls in Afghanistan who can't go to school because the Taliban won't let them?
So, look, the president has always been very clear about the importance of girls, not just here in America, but globally. Being able to live freely and be able to go to school and get the education. And we have been very clear in laying out our concerns, such as girls' education, with the Taliban. We have been consistent with that. We have been very clear of that. And so we also remain laser focused on trying to support and assist the Afghan people without bolstering the Taliban. And so that's something that we're going to continue to do. That's something that the president's going to continue to be clear about, not just him, but his administration. And so that doesn't end today, and 2 years ago. That certainly will continue throughout his administration.
Here we go.
For the girls themselves, I guess.
Well, look, we have, this is a president, this is an administration that certainly supports girls being educated. Again, not just here, but also in Afghanistan. We are going to make that very clear as we consistently assess our relationship and approach, right? With the Taliban, that is going to continue, and we're going to assist. We're going to assist the Afghan people.
Vietnam, the statement you put out doesn't mention human rights or the fact that the chairman is the leader of a socialist communist country that's been backsliding on human rights. Is that going to be part of the conversations? And,
and you've heard us say this many times. You've heard it from our national security advisor. You've heard it from the president. You've heard it from many members of this administration. That this is a president that never shies away on bringing up human rights with any leader.
Tell me something we don't know. Yeah, tell me something.
So I'm not going to get ahead of the agenda. I'm not going to get ahead of a conversation, but certainly this is not something that the president, when it comes to human rights, it's not something that the president shies away from, and he certainly brings that up.
Karine, the president was asked yesterday if he'd speak to Governor DeSantis and responded by saying that he'd speak directly to the people of Jacksonville. Did he just mean at the top of his remarks later this afternoon, or is he planning to travel to Jacksonville?
So as the mayor just stated, we're not tracking certainly any travel to Jacksonville. The president, you saw the president's statement. You heard it from me. You heard it from the mayor. Our hearts going out to the people in Jacksonville. Certainly, we're going to do everything that we can. The president spoke to the sheriff. He spoke to the mayor. So just don't have anything else to share beyond that.
I'm going to throw up now.
On Vietnam, Politico reported that part of what would be announced, and I know you gave kind of a long readout at the top, was a strategic partnership agreement on AI and semiconductors. Are you expecting them to sign that?
So we'll have more to share on that trip, on the agenda, deliverables, what we're expecting the conversation to look like and to be. I just don't want to get ahead of that at this time.
The last one, while we're gone, there's a report that you guys were considering a meeting with MBS around the G20. He'll obviously be attending, I think, for the first time as a sort of the head of state designate, and it comes as energy prices have been high this summer and headed into next summer, where there's a lot of anticipation that they could remain there. So I'm wondering if that's something that's actively in the works, or.
So I don't have anything to share on any bilateral meetings that the president might have on at the G20. If we were to have any, certainly we will lay that out for all of you or announce that to all of you.
Okay, you know what? My head just exploded.
Any sort of top line stuff about what you're hoping to accomplish at the G20?
The G20 more broadly. So he's going to reaffirm, the president will reaffirm the U.S. commitment to the G20 as the premier forum of economic cooperation globally. He'll discuss a range of joint efforts to tackle global issues, from the clean energy transition and combating climate change to mitigating the economic and social impacts of Russia's war in Ukraine. Obviously, that will be a big part of the conversation.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.